there are no boundaries. Wrestling. And on this week's edition, you'll see in action the return and the executioner. And in our feature event for the PWI television title, Dice Man Ronnie Vegas meets superstar TJ Powers. We'll be back to get it all started after you see this.
Indianapolis, Indiana, at a weight of 235 pounds, the Technician.
Fans, this is Dave Yearwood. Welcome back to another great week of PWI Championship Wrestling. Sitting here with me is Dallas James, and we're about to see one of the big men, one of the big names here in the PWI.
Technician?
No. We're about to see Ian Rotten.
Oh!
And his opponent from Louisville, Kentucky, weighing in at 238 pounds, Ian Rotten.
Dallas, I hate to steal Richard's thunder there, but I'm excited to see this man. We've had a lot of calls from the people here in the PWI, a lot of letters, and they're wanting to see this man, this wild man. Ian Rotten, and there you see him sporting that barbed wired bat.
I might have to tag up with him. I kind of like his style. You know, Austin's going to be on here later with his new protege, and no hard feelings. He's working with some younger wrestlers. I might have to team up here with Ian Rotten. He's kind of my kind of guy.
Well, he's definitely one crazed competitor, and he has this long-standing feud with one Madman Pondo. But today he's in there against the Technician, and the Technician going at him with a sneak attack there. Blazes over there into the corner, takes Ian Rotten, blasts him into the turnbuckle there, catching Rotten totally off guard. Again, the Technician sets him up off the rope and drills him with the elbow into the chest.
Well, the Technician is usually a scientific wrestler, but when you're wrestling Ian Rotten and trying to work your way up in the ranks in the PWI, you do what it takes.
Well,
that bell rang and he was on him.
Well, a very technically delivered suplex hold there by the Technician. Well done.
He's wasting too much time, though. This guy is a scrapper. This guy's a fighter, and when you get Ian Rotten down, you better work on him, or this is what will happen. You make a mistake.
And there he's just letting brute strength take over, Dallas. The Technician slowed down, as you said, just a little too much. He came out with fire in his eye, and then he backed down just slightly. And that was enough for Ian Rotten to take charge.
Well, you got to think 2 or 3 moves ahead. Once you're doing one move to somebody like Ian Rotten, you got to figure out how you're going to follow it up, what you're going to do next. And if you hesitate to think about it, you'll be on the other end of one of them clotheslines.
Well, and probably about now, the Technician isn't able to think about too much right now other than survival with Ian Rotten.
Hey.
And wow, coming across with that knee into the chest there. Into the chest, into the throat of the Technician.
Man, the PWI promoters keep bringing in bigger and better wrestlers, I guess I should say. Ian Rotten in the PWI had been in it before. We saw Tracy Smothers just a couple of nights ago. Who's next?
A lot of big names are making their way through the PWI. And fans, here's one of the big ones, Ian Rotten.
It's the talk of the wrestling world. PWI now is making a name, and everybody's kind of standing up and taking notice. I think I'd get out of the way here.
Look out, here it comes.
Oh! Are you going to pin him?
Well, right now probably couldn't take a whole lot to take care of the Technician after that. I'm sure he's still trying to catch his breath because I doubt that there's much left in that.
Oh!
Oh, mercy. That Ian Rotten just powers him over, slamming him slamming his back into the mat there. As the fans are loving the action, they love seeing Ian Rotten go to town. They like him showing his skill.
Well, you know, it's a long way from being over between him and Pondo. They've wrestled all across the country. PWI landed one rematch between them. They've since wrestled before, and Pondo's back in the PWI. Ian Rotten's back in the PWI. Anything can happen.
Well, there you see Ian Rotten rip the technician across the ring. Oh, and the technician still having his faculties about him there, and he sets himself up, comes twisting over the top. Oh, he didn't really catch Ian Rotten where he should have.
I'll tell you, if he would have, he may have got the upset of the century.
And Ian Rotten there, bridging up out of there. Yes, sir. He almost came through with it, but he miscalculated coming off those ropes. Uh-oh, Dallas, we've seen this.
Oh! I think that's it.
Yes, sir. Get out the aspirin. And another victory.
Wait a minute,
and the winner from Louisville, Kentucky, Ian Rotten.
Pondo took his bat.
Ian Rotten telling the referee that Pondo has ran away with that barbed wire bat.
We'll take a look here at it on the replay. A lot of power in this matchup. Technician didn't do too bad for himself. Got to give him credit against a name like Ian Rotten. Had him down, had him hurt.
Looked pretty good there, Dallas.
If he would have hit him with that move there towards the end, I think he'd have got him. I think it would have been an upset, but he made a mistake, and Ian took advantage of it. And as Ian was getting his hand raised, Madman Pondo took the baseball bat away with the barbed wire. I'm sure there's going to be more to that. But Ian Rotten, your winner here on the opening matchup.
Fans, stay tuned for more great action on PWI's Championship Wrestling.
Introducing you to the ring from Indianapolis, Indiana, at 256 pounds, Jimmy Jack Hammer.
Well, here he comes, Dallas. Jimmy Jack Hammer, a man that you're somewhat familiar with, aren't you?
Well, a little bit. I'm a little bit familiar with his opponent, too, but we'll keep that under wraps. I still say he works for the highway department. He holds that flag.
I don't know, maybe he's done the big shovel that's scooped the roadkills.
Yeah.
But there he is, Jimmy Jack Hammer.
And his opponent from the highways of America, weighing in at 406 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, Big Rig Rollins!
Here he comes, America's favorite trucker, from the highways and the byways, Big Rig Rollins. Making his way into the squared circle here in the PWI, that big man, Big Rig Rollins, ready to face one Jimmy Jack Hammer.
And what I want to know is Kim going to take, okay, I was going to see if Kim was going to take that hat, because he uses that hat quite a bit.
Yeah.
Well, he's lost now because he don't have that hat. That's his weapon.
I've even felt that helmet a time or two myself, Dallas. But I know you caught the brunt of it during one interview that we had at a previous show. But Big Rig, definitely in there, ready to do battle with Jimmy Jack Hammer, and Jack Hammer moving back to the corner there. Discussing a little bit here with referee Greg Lake. And now, J.J. Hammer making his way to the outside quickly. Doesn't seem to want to meet with the Big Rig there in the center of the ring, Dallas. Not like Jack Hammer to run from anybody. But maybe here referee Greg Lake can get things going here as
now what is he
Big
doing?
Rig. Again he goes to the outside, but Rollins moving to the outside, takes the clothesline, brings him down. If Jimmy Jack Hammer was not going to come.
Now he looks like roadkill.
Come to the construction zone. Big Rig was going to bring it to him. Oh, and there he was going with that roadblock buster, and he missed on the outside there, running into the post himself. Now Jack Hammer is ready to move to the center of the ring. And now having having a few words with referee Greg Leck now. Action finally takes way in the middle here as Big Rig tries to work to his feet, Dallas. There, Jackhammer takes the arm around. And again, down on the elbow, he comes with that smash, and now works him down there, working the leverage, working up, twisting that arm back. Keeping the big man down there.
Well, he's picked a part of the body. He's going to work on it and see if he can wear him down, but...
drives that knee into that elbow.
Is there a small part on Rig?
Well, Jackhammer comes on, continues to beat on the left arm of Big Rig Rollins.
He's awful happy about himself.
Well, he's enjoying his work there, Dallas. You've seen him before in tag team action.
Yeah, I understand that possibly his partner may be returning here to the PWI pretty soon, and that's Bulldozer Manson.
It's been a while.
You know, this tag team title's vacant, so now's the time.
Out on that Western tour, finally making his way back. We'll see. Time will tell.
I think I saw him hitchhiking the other day, but he'll make it.
Yeah, well, Big Rig might have picked him up, brought him into town. You think so?
I think he drug him.
But Big Rig looks to be the one being drugged behind the trailer right now as Hammer continues to work on that left arm. Not sure if Big Rig's going to be able to get much out of that arm once he gets himself up. And Jackhammer seems to have really taken it to Big Rig Rollins there. Jimmy Jackhammer works again, kicking at that left arm, kicking out of the tricep and the bicep, continues to work on that arm.
Yeah, he's going to make a mistake.
Uh-oh, Rollins getting up.
He's too busy talking to the fans. He's going to get caught.
Oh! Rollins still got the power in that right arm as he sustains Jimmy Jackhammer. Yep. Is he going to slam him? Or yeah, here he goes. Oh, mercy. Oh, Dallas, have you ever felt a weight like that come down on you before?
Well, if I did, I wouldn't be sitting here.
And the winner from the roads of America, Big Rig Rollins.
And there you see victory by Big Rig Rollins, Dallas.
I tell you what, he took a beating in this matchup. Jimmy Jackhammer had a pretty good strategy. Didn't really want to lock up with him. Can't say that I blame him. But Rick caught him from the outside. And then Jackhammer got back on top of the match and worked on the body part. He did what he was supposed to. He's obviously done his homework, working a big man, but he made one mistake. And there you see it. It caught him. And then Rick just kind of walks around and shows everyone he's got a new toy. So he squashes it. Your winner once again, Big Rig Rollins.
Fans, let's go to PWI Live.
This is PWI Live, and PWI Championship Wrestling returns to the International Arena at 1056 East Vermont Street on Sunday, October 29th, with a 4 p.m. starting time. Fans, you'll see a TV taping plus second round of the PWI Tag Team Tournament, and these matches have also already been signed. Kamala Jr. to meet Gentleman Johnny Walker, and Buddy Bam Bam Garvin to go against Cousin Bubba. All tickets priced at $5, under 6 admitted free, and the doors open up at 3 p.m. when PWI Championship Wrestling returns on Sunday, October the 29th at 4 p.m. to International Arena, 1056 East Vermont Street. Fans, make a note and mark down these upcoming events for PWI Championship Wrestling.
Madman Pondo and the floozy they call Lady Vendetta. What you're looking at is Ian Rotten. the master of the ball wire bat, and you got my ball wire bat thinking for one moment that you can beat me in a wrestling match. That's fine, because I've been all over the world, and I've been taught by the masters of the mat sport of professional wrestling. Up and down the road, I've been with the best. If you want to wrestle, that's fine and dandy, because Ian Rotten can take you out any way you want to be beat, and I'm going to beat you bad.
Ian Rotten, you took the one thing I care about, and I took the one thing you care about. If you ever get near my bat, me and you's gonna get into it again. And exactly what happened to you will happen to you before. Next week, if you want this bat so bad, you just come and try and get it. You understand me? It's gonna be like Satan's wig. It'll be hell to pay. And it won't be my blood split. It'll be your head. You'll be all over the mat. And if Lady Vendetta has anything to say about it, she'll crack you over the head with that trash can. The one thing I care about.
Introducing into the ring at this time, the tag team of the Executioner and the Bounty Hunter. Accompanying them will be their manager, Damian Anderson.
And here they are, the Bounty Hunter, the Executioner, and Damian Anderson. Damian Anderson again bringing a new man into the PWI as he seems to be in control, Dallas, of most of the wrestlers here, trying to get a foothold in the tag team action here in the PWI as we look to see who's going to fill that vacant belt.
Yeah, he's been playing the Monopoly game too long. He thinks he could own one. I got a lot of interest in this matchup. This is going to be interesting.
Fans, and you're about to see why.
Their opponents from the Wild Side Ranch, Austin James and Billy the Kid.
Well, Dallas, tell us a little bit about this new partner of your brother.
I didn't know that Billy the Kid actually was from the Wild Side Ranch. Austin is, the South Side. We know him. We knew him as Billy Newton, but now I guess we know him as Billy the Kid. He is an up-and-coming star. I have to give him that. And Austin apparently has taken him under his wing, and looks like he spent about $5 on a wardrobe.
Well,
They might make a good tag team. I don't really think that's what's behind Austin's thoughts right now. I think he's just trying to get him in there to show him what he needs to do, get him some experience, get him led down the right road. We saw Billy Newton wrestle sometimes. We saw him brawl sometimes. So what would we see out of Billy the Kid?
well, that's to be seen here, but he's going to have to display some very good wrestling here because he's in against one of the big men here in the Bounty Hunter, and then this Executioner here brought in by Damian Anderson. Yet to be seen, but we know what the Bounty Hunter can do, Dallas.
Well, I've seen the Bounty Hunter on both sides of the fence. And the Executioners made a couple of stops here in PWI. There's actually two Executioners.
That's right.
Number 1 and number 2. Who knows which one this is? Since there's only one, he's just going to be the Executioner. But you got to watch that Damian on the outside.
And as we see, Austin James makes his way into the middle of the squared circle against the Bounty Hunter as the two size each other up and have a test of strength here again. Two wrestlers meet in the middle, and the Bounty Hunter rips him back, rips his hair back. Johnny Lee on top of the action right away, and now we're going to see the Executioner.
Now this is who Austin's got to take it to. This is the weak link.
Oh, we'll soon see, maybe.
And I'm not taking anything away from the man,
He
but
may be the top competitor on that
you've
team,
got to
Dallas.
assume that he's the weak link until otherwise shown different. Just like you, nothing against Billy the Kid, he's the weak link against, or for the team of Austin and himself. That's the weak link. That's what you got to go after.
Well, as the Executioner makes his way back in there, Austin James remains in there for the team of James and the Kid, and the two match up again as they both square up to gain leverage, and Austin takes him over there. Hip drag takes him over, and another one. as he gets him back over into his corner. And there's Billy the Kid showing he's ready to team up with Austin James.
Just a nice little how you doing, friendly Southern howdy,
as you might say. And Billy the Kid now works in there with heart punch underneath there as Austin holds him up. And Billy the Kid continues to pummel on the back of the Executioner. Brings him around. Again, beating on the elbow. Pounding away on the arm of the Executioner.
All right, now he's worked that arm. He's working on that elbow. He ought to really tag Austin, bring Austin right back in, let Austin do a couple, 3 things. Keep that tag going, keep that fresh man in there, and then work the half of the ring. He's let the Executioner kind of slide over there in the wrong end of a dodge, and it may cost him.
There's the true strategy of a former tag team champion. And you're hearing it there from Dallas as he warned Billy the Kid of what could ensue if he didn't follow the procedures of a good tag team partner.
Now you see what happens once you get in the wrong side. Now you can let that momentum roll. They've switched. They didn't make the team. They tag. And Austin tried to come in, and Johnny Lee right on top of it. He's got to call what he sees, and he saw Austin in without a tag. He didn't see the other team not tag. That's inexperience on one Billy the Kid.
Well, as he's picking up some major experience right now. Austin James coming in there, again making a mistake there.
Now,
should know better with that young man.
Also, too, to stay out of there. Really, he's doing nothing but harm, trying to get all the way across the ring. He knows that referee's not going to let him across there, and really he's letting his opponent or his partner take a little bit more punishment than really what he needs to.
As the Executioner continues to work on Billy the Kid now, back at the center of the ring. Again, working on the chin, working away there, grinding away. Chin lock coming across there as referee Johnny Lee making sure he stays off the throat.
Billy's got to regroup, figure out what he's doing, where he's at, and either wait for a mistake or make the Executioner make a mistake and get over there and tag Austin.
Well, Damian Anderson's got these two working together fairly well, Dallas. We'll have to say that. And again, the Executioner staying on top of Kid, not giving him a chance to get over there to his partner.
You see the tag. They're working real well as a tag team. Cutting off the ring, putting him in their half of the ring, double teaming. Damian's right over there telling them what to do.
And again, Austin James unmercifully tries to make his way across the ring to help his partner, but to no avail, and definitely no help to one Billy the Kid.
Now, Billy the Kid's took quite a bit of beating here out of a big man, the bounty hunter. Austin's got to be careful. They're going to lose this matchup.
Oh, double clothesline there, catching both Billy the Kid and the bounty hunter off guard there.
Billy needs to make that tag. I'm not sure he knows where he's at. That's a big man he got hit by, plus all the punishment he took earlier. He needs to get over there and make that tag.
Austin James calling for him, and he makes his way over there. The tag was made. Now Austin James unleashes an attack on the bounty hunter, and Johnny Lee bringing the Executioner back over to their side now. Austin James continues to work on the bounty hunter.
Now there's a mistake there by my brother. It looks to me like he's choking him, but that's a mistake. He needed to really come in there like a house of fire, like a tornado, and work over both of them. And he took him down to the mat, choking him. That's really not the thing to do.
Again, Johnny Lee intercepts the Executioner as he works his way into the ring. Austin James sets the bounty hunter up off the ropes, takes the shoulder into the chest of the bounty hunter, and he goes down again. Now Austin James going over to his corner and tags off with Billy the Kid.
See, Austin's just not used to working with anybody but myself. He's really never worked tag teams other than with myself, and I think he made a quick tag. Billy took a lot of punishment. For him to do a couple moves and go there and tag Billy, I think that's asking quite a bit. He should have stayed in there a little longer.
The Executioner takes Austin on the far side there, and the bounty hunter sets up Billy the Kid as Damian Anderson on the outside kicking away at Austin James. And Johnny Lee raising the hand of the bounty hunter in victory as he gets the 3 count there. And there you see the Executioner working on Austin James.
The Executioner and the bounty hunter.
The Executioner got this strap around the throat of Austin James.
You know, things just never panned out for him, Dave. They got off to a pretty good start. and then they just didn't get their teamwork going, and that just shows an inexperienced team. But I'm sure Austin will work with him some more. Billy the Kid will be all right. Austin was on the outside there, so they had to double team Billy the Kid. They lost to a good team. The Executioner and the Bounty Hunter were very well prepared. As we take a look here on the replay, the match went back and forth, but right there you see when they get on the wrong side of the ring, a lot can happen against you, and that's exactly what happened. The Bounty Hunter and the Executioner took advantage of. Now wait a minute. There you see your winners.
What is going on here? What is Austin doing with Billy the Kid?
I got to go break this up.
What? Austin James threatening Billy the Kid there. For some reason, Austin James is really upset with something that's... And Dallas has moved in there now. He's pushing Austin James back. Austin really fired up with something on Billy the Kid there. Evidently is not happy about what has transpired in there in this match. Fans, I'm going to work my way down here and see if I can mediate this between the brothers here, Austin and Dallas.
Austin, can you get a word with him? What? Why were you so upset with your partner, Billy the Kid?
I told him, we've been training for 3-4 months, and I told him, in this sport, you gotta be aggressive. You gotta fight fire with fire. And I had Bounty down, and where was he? Next thing I know, he gets pinned. What's up with that?
Austin, do you realize what the rest of the fans saw here? He was double teamed there.
I don't care. I'm sick of losing. I had Bounty down. All he had to do is come in for the 1, 2, 3.
Dallas, I and the rest of the fans here in the PWI, we're glad you came in here to restore order, bring back this match.
Dave, I don't know what to say. Austin, the man was double teamed. I saw it back there on the monitor. He was double teamed. He was aggressive. That's not like you. What's the problem?
Ain't aggressive every week and losing to somebody because of somebody not being aggressive.
Well, wait a minute. You remember when we used to do things like that, and we told these fans that we was going to be straight up. Losing's part of it. You got to figure out a way to go around it.
I am being straight up. I'm fighting fire with fire.
Fans, we seem to have a little misunderstanding. A little Kid and Austin, as two major court cases have come to an end here in the U.S. The one the PWI is most interested in is the one concerning the 4 aces. Dallas, you were a major part of this case. Can you fill the fans in on the outcome?
Well, I said it all along, and I'll say it again after the judge renders his decision, or he did render that decision last Wednesday. The 4 aces belong to the James family. It's always been that way.
What are you talking about? The James family? You didn't listen to the judge?